Merry effing Christmas, everybody. Especially to George Bush, Dick Cheney, Condoleezza Rice, Donald Rumsfeld, and the rest of the monkeys that have screwed everything up over the last 8 years. You know, I bet you Dick Cheney and George Bush and Condoleezza Rice are having a great Christmas with all the money they made from Halliburton and the oil companies. Myself, I'm pretty much off until sometime in January. No work. I hope everybody else out there is doing a little better. Trying to be consumers. One thing, one Christmas present that we can give our kids this year is a big apology and the truth about how we screwed up once more and elected people like Nancy Pelosi and Barack Obama. Sorry, Barack, but I know you're just going to go along with the party line. I feel like I'm back in the 90s with the Clinton cabinet. Everybody elected you for a change, and the only change we're going to get is less change in our pockets. And I think the Christmas present we should all be giving George Bush and Dick Cheney and the rest of them is every time we happen to see them on the streets or anywhere is instead of throwing shoes at them, we should be spitting on them. They should be ostracized from our society. We should go back to a time when we used to tar and feather people and then throw them in the ocean. That'd be a good thing to do to all of them. Put it on television. I think that would make me feel better. That'd be a great Christmas present. To all my friends out there, I'm sorry you just got a card this year. That's all I can afford. Even cards are getting expensive. Can't even get a card for 50 cents anymore. Well, you can make one. But there's nothing like Hallmark. I don't even know where to begin anymore. You know, I saw these contemptible asses. Everybody's giving a little, you know, we're leaving the White House interview. Condoleezza Rice was just on a couple days ago and talking about how, you know, they asked her some questions on Sudan, and she said, yeah, it's a shame we just couldn't do enough there. Condi, you didn't do anything there because there's no oil there, you know? So, you know, it's a shame that your own people are, you know, having genocide imposed on them because of you and George Bush and Dick Cheney. I'm probably going to be saying their name a few times during this little video. So I got up and watched my 5 or 6 news channels this morning, and we're still suffering through this bailout. Gee, we gave Wall Street $350 billion, and they don't have to be accountable for it. Imagine that. You know, if I go to a bank for a loan, I sure as hell have to be accountable for it. I think they should have to give their $350 billion back. Just saw a little news piece on United Auto Workers. Their union owns a big resort that's going bankrupt. I guess, you know, a big golf resort is important at this time of the year. You know, when we're all supposed to be celebrating the birth of a so-called savior. I don't know if Jesus was a savior. I think he was a smart guy. I think he was a good guy. Was he the son of God? Hell, I don't know. I wasn't around 2,000 years ago. I never saw a pillar of fire or a burning bush or the parting of an ocean. So all I see is people, you know, getting screwed by elephants and donkeys. And now we're getting screwed by pigs. You know, the banking system, the piggy banks. I don't know about you, but my butt's really sore this year. So, I'll get over it, I guess. I'll get myself some work and earn a few paychecks and hope things get better. I know one thing's for sure. I'm going to keep electing third parties until everybody else gets it right. Ross Perot was right. Talked about giving away our, our working system, our workers, our unions, and he was against NAFTA, and this one world economy. We can't have a one world economy if somebody on the other side of the ocean's making $3 an hour and our people that are over here working are making $30 an hour. Of course, we're going to buy cars from Japan because they make $1 or $2 an hour. Where's it all going to end? Well, it's all going to end when we start facing up to the fact that these people that we keep calling leaders are just going to keep screwing us. And we have to wake up. They get in power. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. And that's why we're seeing Obama's going to let everybody down. All the, well-meaning people who thought that, that electing a guy like Obama was better than voting for third party because they were afraid that, their vote would be wasted. People, your vote's never wasted. If the masses in America elect a third party candidate and the Electoral College still gives it to one of the other two parties, at least you have sent a message that you're sick of their crap, And we got to start a grassroots movement to get rid of this Electoral College and this fear-based electoral system that we have, We have to eliminate parties. We have to vote for people. People, not parties. We got a bunch of kids on YouTube now that are all pissed off because, now that, YouTube and Google have merged and, they don't like having a lot of foul language on videos. All these kids that, are making videos from their parents' bedrooms, because they're not your bedrooms, they're your parents' bedrooms, you just happen to live there. And they're all pissed off because they can't say the F word or the S word or whatever other word they feel like they have to say every other sentence. I have nothing against profanity myself. It's a big exclamation point and use, a derogatory word. But if you can't make a point without using foul language, then what is your point? Your point is that, I'm a grown up now. I'm a young person. I'm a teenager, and I'm gonna, express myself by saying the F word or the S word, or whatever other word you want. And I'm saying the F word and the S word because, I want my videos on YouTube. I want to be able to express myself. And all you kids out there that are getting pissed off because you can't use profanity, you know what? If you can't use the language in front of your mother, then why bother? If your mother doesn't want to hear it, why do you think that anybody out here wants to hear it? Make a good point without using profanity. In other words, don't shit where you eat. Did I just say shit? Anyway, because YouTube is basically a free service to you. And without it, we wouldn't have this community of free speech. Because, the fact that you can't use profanity doesn't mean that you don't have free speech. You can say whatever you want. Just don't say it to outrage. Be outrageous without being profane. That's my Christmas present to you. Grow up.